This episode of The Travelling Epicurean was made possible by these sponsors.
Michelle here with the Traveling Epicurean. This is my kitchen, and today I'm going to show you how I make my homemade gravlax. These can get pretty pricey if you go to the store and buy them. They can range even up to $36 a pound. You won't believe how easy it is to make these. You may never go out and buy them again. Come with me, I'm going to show you what we're going to need to get started. This is what we're going to need to make our amazing gravlax. We're going to need this coho salmon. Look at the color of this. Is that amazing? It's absolutely gorgeous. It's wild caught. The fisherman ships it like this. By law, they have to flash freeze it to a certain degree. It kills the parasites. You cannot use farm raised to make gravlax. You need fresh salmon as this. It's unbelievably delicious. I smell this dill. It's out of this world. You need a head of dill, 2 tablespoons of salt and sugar, 2 tablespoons of aquavit or vodka. Some people use brandy or cognac. I like the aquavit or the vodka. I like that flavor. I have a dish to save my fridge in case my Ziploc leaks. And then we're going to weight this down with my cast iron pan. So I'm just cutting the plastic off and getting the salmon out of here. Oh, it smells incredible. Now I feel some bones in there, so I'm going to get some tweezers and I'm going to pull those bones out. Okay, this is really easy to do. They come out nice and easy. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. So I feel the line of bones right here. So I'm just going to start pulling gently, and look, that comes out so easily. And I'll just line them all up here. See how easily that comes out? And I'm just going to keep feeling along this line here. And you wiggle back and forth like this. And they come out nice and easy. I'm going to slice this in half. Right about there. Because we want the 2 flesh sides to be together when they're going to be in the fridge. Alright, so I have 2 halves there. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of the vodka on right now. And then I'm going to save the other half. I'm going to pour it in the bag once I get these coated. Once I get them coated with the sugar and the salt mixture. And we're just going to rub this in to the flesh side. And it dissolves right away because it's being absorbed by the fish. We'll sprinkle a little bit on the other side. And here's our fresh dill. We're going to sandwich. It's almost like a salmon dill sandwich. Alright, so we have all this lovely dill. Just like that. I'm going to put one on top of the other. It does look like a sandwich. I can have a bite of that. Okay, so isn't that pretty? That's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to put this right into our Ziploc baggie here. Okay, so we have our amazing coho sandwich. Love this. And I'm putting all this extra dill right in this baggie here. We're going to take this whole piece and we're going to slide it right into this baggie. Just like that. I'm going to take that vodka, the rest of the vodka that we have, pour it right in there. we'll fold over the baggie just to get the air out like that, right? And then I'm gonna Ziploc it. And there's our wonderful gravlax, the beginning of our gravlax. I'm gonna put it in this dish, this Pyrex dish, because it's gonna go in the fridge for 3 days. And then I have my cast iron pans. These are really, really heavy. You need something heavy to weight it down. So I'm gonna put this on top, and this is all going in the fridge. So it's gonna be really, really good. And we'll check it and flip it around every 24 hours. We'll flip it and put it back. Well, hello, we are back. This is day 3, and our gravlax have been curing. Absolutely gorgeous. We'll take off our weighted cast iron pans. It has flattened out. It has flattened out because that solution of the salt and the sugar has extracted some of the, the waters out of the salmon. So it's going to be more intensified, the flavors, but it's going to have the flavor of the dill. I like to keep it simple because my son's going to eat this. He loves salmon. So Riley doesn't like the peppercorns or the juniper berries, and I want to make sure that, he enjoys it also. But you can add other things. It's going to taste amazing. I can't wait for you to make this. Gosh, what an easy way to do this. You're going to love this, and you'll never pay that high price of gravlax again when you know how easy it is to make your own, and you have so much more. So it's also between lax and gravlax. Lax are actually Nova Scotian. They're cured in a brine, the same as gravlax, except that they're cold smoked afterwards, and that's really the only difference there. And then the gravlax are a Scandinavian preparation of lax, which is by curing them in a brine and then flavoring them with, herbs like dill or juniper berries, coriander seeds. You can do all sorts of things. Some people use a brandy or a lemon vodka, an aquavit. We use dill and vodka, and it's going to be really, really delicious. So, wow, that looks beautiful. I'm going to get these washed off. And then we're going to slice this up. Okay, look what we have going on here. We have a couple tablespoons of Grey Poupon Dijon. We have some finely chopped red onion, a tablespoon of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of dill. I'm going to do 3 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. I like the seasoned. You don't have to stick to a certain plan. It's whatever your tastes are. If you like the Dijon better, you can do Dijon. If you like whole grain mustard, you could do the whole grain mustard. So I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of this olive oil, and it looks absolutely delicious. I'm going to give that a little bit of a taste. Oh, that's really nice. I really like that a lot. Cream cheese mixture. I'm going to give a squeeze of some lemon, and then I'm just going to mash it up. This works better if you have the cream cheese at room temperature. I put a tablespoon of capers in there. I put a tablespoon of red onion, and then I'm just going to mix it up a little bit. I like to actually sprinkle the capers on top, but sometimes those capers roll off and you don't get one on top of your salmon. And so I like to put some in the bread rounds. You can be creative. I have this cute little glass here because these make really teeny little rounds, and I kind of like that size if I'm doing hors d'oeuvres, and that's the size there. They also have, of course, the pre-sliced loaves of bread, but I find that those are really dry. I've never found any that, that I like. So it's up to you and your preference, but this glass works really nicely. I just turn it side to side, and it cuts the bread really, really easily. Just like that. Aren't they sweet? And then I have a larger size, which is for my cookie cutter. And I could probably get 2 out of those. And then you could always do bagels. I mean, if you're gonna do, a brunch or something, just do so amazing. It's really lovely. You're gonna love this. It melts in your mouth. It's just amazing. I actually got this recipe from a good friend, Jim, who's a great cook. He and his wife are both big foodies, and he's a saucier, so he's got some great recipes. So I pretty much followed the same recipe that he's given me. There was no reason to change it up too much. We used to have cook-offs for sauces, of course, because I am sauce gal, and they would bring ducks to grill, and so he would make his sauce for the duck and I would make my sauce for the duck, and needless to say, they were both out of this world, but it was a lot of fun. So this is a very good recipe, and I want you to try. We're gonna cut this. I'm using a carving knife. It's super duper sharp, plus I just sharpened them this morning, so it's even sharper, but I'm going to cut away from me, of course, so because you don't want the knife sliding into you, but I hold it on an angle, almost flat like that, and then I'm just going to slice down against the skin. The skin is still in the bottom, and then I'm going to peel off this beautiful piece of salmon lox, this gravlax. Is that incredible? So gorgeous. And then I'm lining them up on my plate here, just like this. And then, I mean, you know, if you're gonna do a presentation, you could line them up, put a little bit of dill on each side for your brunch or your appetizers, however, you know, you're gonna set up your entertainment. I'm gonna slice a few more here, and then we're gonna build some of our own. Look at that gorgeous color. This wild salmon is amazing. Oops, piece came off. I may just have to eat that. Wow, so delicious. All right, so why don't we build some little appetizers. The two size rounds here. My favorite way is, you know, cream cheese and lox and bagels. You know, I just love that. I've always loved that. But just spread some on your round, just like that. And then I'm just going to take a piece of our gravlax, and just fold it on top there. Isn't that gorgeous? And I'll probably just sprinkle a couple of, see how they roll off, or how I mentioned before they were going to roll off. Maybe a couple little pieces of onion, like that. And a little piece of dill. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to eat that. If you wanted a little bit more filling, you could use a bigger piece of salmon, of course. And I place a little extra onion and the capers on top. I just love capers too. So what a great combination. This is just out of this world. You've really got to make these. Look how pretty those are. All right, so we are going to have a bite of these cute little appetizers. Oh, let's make one with the, now when we do the mustard sauce, it's really just, when we do the mustard sauce, it's really just some salmon, and then we'll mix up. It really doesn't separate, but this way we get a little bit of the onions there, and just drizzle a little bit of mustard sauce on top like that, and then a little tiny piece of dill on top of that, just like that. Isn't that pretty? All right, so that's the other way to do that. Let's have a bite. Beautiful. And then we have our salmon here. I still have all of this to cut up. It's just out of this world. Such a delicate flavor, and it just melts in your mouth. There's no really other way to explain it. It's just so tender. You really have to try making this. You'll just absolutely love it. You'll be totally spoiled. You'll never buy it again, I'm sure. Oh my goodness. So delicious. I am so psyched. You now have my homemade gravlax recipe. You're going to be psyched when you make these, and you'll never buy expensive gravlax again, let me tell you. You can find this recipe at thetravelingepicurean.com. Ciao! Hi everyone, Michelle here with the Traveling Epicurean. Today we are traveling over to my friend Nancy's house. She's a big foodie and very passionate about her cooking, and she's going to share with us two of her favorite appetizers today. So let's get going over to her kitchen. Alright, so we're off to Nancy's house. I love everything blooming in the spring. This is outside my side door here. Aren't those beautiful? That fuchsia bush there and our Norwegian spruce. And Luna barking across the street. Okay, we're off. So here we are at Nancy's house. So excited for her to cook for you today. Hi everyone, here we are at my good friend Nancy's house. We're here because she inspires me with her cooking. She makes the most amazing dishes, and she's going to inspire you here today with a couple of different shrimp appetizers. What do you have here, Nancy?
Well, thank you for coming, Michelle, to cook with us. Today what I thought we'd do is two different shrimp appetizers.
Okay.
Any party always gets off to a good start with appetizers.
Absolutely.
So, and these are simple, easy. Both start with shrimp, so you cook up the shrimp once and you get two great different flavors out of it.
I like that.
Yeah. So the first is we're going to do a Bloody Mary shrimp. Great way to kick off any party with a little bit of vodka.
Absolutely. The vodka helps.
Exactly. And then the second is a shrimp curry mango in wonton cups.
Ooh, that sounds
and
delicious.
It's really, really good. Super simple, super easy.
Okay.
And
those are in the wonton cups?
They're in the wonton cups. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these store-bought wonton wrappers, which love these. You can find them in the produce section of any grocery store.
That's wonderful.
They're very simple to make, and
you don't have to freeze them, you can keep them in the fridge.
Yep, nope, keep them in the fridge. I always have them on hand because not only can you put this recipe in them, but if you ever wanted to put chicken salad in them, you can put like goat cheese or brie in there.
Or ceviche, anything, right?
Exactly.
Oh, I
They're
love that.
so wonderful.
It's
so
such an
easy to
elegant
use.
presentation, too.
Perfect. Yep.
This is what we're going to need for our two shrimp appetizers. We have two sets of ingredients. This first set is for the Bloody Mary shrimp. Celery, green onion, we have ketchup, horseradish, and lemon juice, and then we have vodka, Tabasco, Worcestershire, and spoons that we're going to be serving up these appetizers in. And then for our curry mango shrimp, we have lime juice, mango chutney, we have a green curry paste, cilantro, avocado, and mayonnaise. And that's going to be absolutely delicious too. And those we're going to put into wonton cups, which we're going to show you how to bake right now.
So the wontons, take them out, and I find that for this muffin pan, they're a little bit big, so I trim them down just slightly. You don't need to be exact about this at all. So here I've got them kind of in these little squares, and then you just brush them with a little oil. So there's just regular
Do you have to brush
olive.
both sides?
Nope, just brush one side.
Okay.
Just a little bit of olive oil. Take the wrapper, and then put them oil side down in the pan, and then you just tuck them in there. Again, nothing exact about it at all. Whatever shape you want.
Oh, I love that. Look how easy that is.
Super easy.
And they're so elegant.
And then while you're doing this, you want to preheat your oven to 325.
Okay. Do we have the oven preheated, Nancy?
We already do. We've got it going.
You can put me to work, you know. I can turn the oven on.
Like I said, and just keep going until you fill the pan.
Okay. Great. So you just finished putting all those in there. So those go in the oven for how long?
So we're going to put these in the oven for about 10 minutes until they're golden brown. And again, the oven's at 325.
Okay. Nice.
Yes. So while these are cooking, so those are always good.
All right. So what do you want to do first?
Okay. So what we're going to do first is we'll make the filling for the wonton cups.
Okay.
And again, this is not too many ingredients, and it's pretty simple. We're going to take about half of our shrimp here.
Okay.
We have about a pound of shrimp in here. It's already cooked, cleaned. I actually steamed this up myself, but if you're really in a time crunch, you can buy the already cooked frozen shrimp and just defrost that. That works
Sure.
just fine as well.
I kind of like the texture though when you cook it yourself.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not
Doesn't it seem to
partial.
have a different
It
texture?
does, it definitely, and I think the flavor is not quite as good.
But if you're in a time crunch, it's always good to know.
it's
that you
always
can
good to
buy
know.
it cooked.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we're going to start here with about a half of cup of mayo. So this is having this is the green curry paste. It's about 3/4 of a teaspoon.
Okay.
And then this here is the mango chutney.
That looks delicious.
Yeah, it's so good. And there's about 2 teaspoons here.
And you could buy both of those at the store?
Yep, here they're both in the, kind of specialty food aisle.
Okay.
Typically with the Indian food.
Sure.
And then we have 5 tablespoons of lime juice.
Oh, I love that.
Exactly.
So flavorful. And that all goes into the
And
salad.
that all goes into the salad.
Ooh, I'm loving this already.
Take this, we're just going to dump it all in. Very simple. There goes the lime juice. And then here is the chutney. And then last is our green curry paste. And perfect. All of that put in the bowl. Just mix it on
Just
up.
mix it all up, right?
Exactly.
That looks so delicious.
And it's super
Will it make
easy.
it to the wonton cups?
I don't know. I always taste it along the way.
Before we do that.
And this also is a great make ahead. So
Ooh,
you
I
can
like
make this ahead, and actually the flavors do, they blend a little bit more if you do let it sit and marinate for a while.
This way you can have fun with your guests, right? I love this kind of appetizer.
Right.
You're not slaving in the kitchen while your guests are having fun. You can have fun with them. Very important,
Yes, let's be a good hostess. And then last, we're going to just take a little bit of cilantro. This you wouldn't want to do ahead, but you can put in some cilantro.
Okay.
And there
Now,
you
should
go.
you let this chill in the fridge?
I do, and I would. It sets up a little bit.
Nice.
And again, it blends all the flavors together.
Ooh, that sounds wonderful. Okay, so
then-
now we're going to make the Bloody Mary shrimp.
This is another one that's a make ahead, which is great. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do all of our, we're going to do our sauce first.
Okay.
We are going to take a half a cup
So
of...
is this like a cocktail sauce you would probably serve with shrimp anyways, right?
Right, it's almost like your Bloody Mary. So you're going to take a half a cup of ketchup.
Okay.
You're going to mix that with a 1/4 cup of lemon juice.
Ooh, I like that.
And then, of course, you're going to use a 1/4 cup of vodka. I've used regular vodka, but you can also use like a pepper vodka,
Oh, I
which
like
will
that
give it an
too.
extra little kick.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, don't they have lemon vodka now
Now
too?
they have lemon. You can do all kinds of fun
Yeah,
things with this.
They infuse vodka with everything.
And so then we will add the horseradish. So
Okay.
there's about 2 tablespoons of horseradish.
Okay.
Bottle in the jar. Just drain it a little bit.
Okay.
Mix that in.
Sure.
And actually, do you want to get 1 teaspoon of the Worcestershire and 1 teaspoon of the Tabasco?
Absolutely. Have to be useful here, Nancy. All right, 1 teaspoon of that.
You can be useful in helping try them.
Yes, that can be definitely useful in eating the goods once they're done. A whole teaspoon?
A whole teaspoon. And again, do it to
To your
taste.
taste.
If you like more hot
If you
sauce,
like
if you
it
like
spicy,
it spicy, add more. I
Add
do.
more, okay. I like it spicy too.
Same. And there you go. There's your sauce. In about a pound of cooked shrimp. And this is scallions.
Yeah.
So already cut up scallions.
I love all the flavors there. With the celery, of course, with the Bloody Mary, it's always great in a Bloody Mary, right? The celery stalk.
And then here's the celery. And then that's it. That is really that simple. There's our
That's
Bloody
wonderful.
Mary shrimp. Doesn't that look lovely?
It looks absolutely delicious. I cannot wait to
These
try
are
that. So cute. I love these. And they make such a nice presentation
Yeah.
for a party, right?
Exactly. You could also, I've done them too, is you can get those little shot cups too.
Oh,
And fill
yeah.
them up with shot,
Yeah.
shot glasses.
Because you are drinking vodka.
You are
after
drinking
all.
vodka, exactly.
Instead of Jello shots, we do shrimp and vodka shots.
Yeah, our tastes have matured a little
Yes,
bit.
they mature just a little bit.
All right, and there you go. That's it.
Oh, that
It's
looks
simple.
beautiful. Okay. Okay, so now you're just putting everything onto platters.
Yep, we're gonna plate everything up.
I love how you plate things up. You even make things look so beautiful and presentable whenever you're cooking.
And it's so simple. It's these little spoons, just put them on a
Look how
plate.
elegant that looks. That looks gorgeous.
Exactly.
Oh, how fun. So now we're going to fill all these.
Yep, so now let's plate everything up.
Okay.
I just wanted to add a little salt and pepper to the mango shrimp here.
Okay. So who are we inviting over for all these great appetizers?
I don't think we should invite anybody over.
We just
Have
have
a feast ourselves.
I like that. This is definitely a good lunch, a great lunch.
Exactly. All right, so why don't you plate the Bloody Mary shrimp, and I'll
Okay.
take care of the mango.
Whoops.
And it's really simple. You just put a little spoonful in each little cup.
I love this.
They're such a pretty presentation.
Right, and yet they're also very different too, different flavors. You know what I mean?
Right. So you're not getting the same, shrimp cocktail that you normally
Yeah.
serve.
And then you get the creamy because you have a little bit of mayo in there, and that wonderful little bit of sweet, hot and sweet with the mango curry, or the mango chutney, I mean.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of kick to it. And actually, the longer you let the shrimp sit or marinate,
Yeah.
the spicier it gets.
The
which
spices
I
kind of
love.
marry
Yep.
and develop, right? This is so fun. I cannot wait to make this. This is perfect for the summer too, right? Because you can make them ahead. Everyone's on the patio. You just pull them out of the fridge. Who's better than you, Nancy?
Oh, you are, Michelle.
No.
Oh, yes. But yeah, it's all about simple in the summer because, as you said, you want to spend time with your guests and not slaving away in the kitchen.
Right? Oops, I just spilled.
And besides, after you've had a couple Bloody Mary shrimp, who wants to be in the kitchen?
Okay, Nancy, how did I do? I think I might have put too much in those spoons, though.
No, they look absolutely perfect.
Okay, these look so delicious. And look at these wonton cups. I love the idea of this because you can put so many different things in there.
And if you want, you can also, you can put a little avocado on top of these wonton cups too.
Oh, I
and
like
that kind of
that.
cools down a little bit of the spiciness.
Okay.
And I love avocados.
And I love the color of that too. That looks really pretty.
Yep. So you don't have to do them with all, or you can, but anyway, there is an
You
option.
could do half, right?
Yep.
Have a bite.
Okay. Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my goodness.
Very good.
Oh, I love that. That's so refreshing and so delicious. What a great idea. And then we're going to try these wonton
Try
cups.
these wonton cups.
Now, do you put the whole thing in your mouth?
No, I think
Going, it dribbling down the front of my shirt.
No, my suggestion is take a little bite.
Bon
appetito.
Okay. Little bites are good. That's delicious. I love both of these. What a great summer appetizer. You're gonna love these. Wow, so these were so delicious. I love the Bloody Mary shrimp appetizer and the mango curry appetizer. I don't know which one's better. They're just so delicious. Thank you for having me over.
Oh, absolutely. It was my pleasure to cook with you, and you'll have
So
to
much
come
fun.
again soon.
And thank you for watching us today. We're going to come back to her house this summer, and she's going to take us into her garden. We'll pick some heirloom tomatoes, and then you can make your heirloom tomato tartane.
Ooh, that's yummy too.
Doesn't that sound good?
Great summer. Bye, honey.
Bye. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Ciao. You can find these recipes at thetravelingepicurean.com.
Thank you for watching The Traveling Epicurean. A special thanks to